So I thought I talked about a lot of these books already in a book haul, but I didn't. So there's way more books here than I thought. Whoops. Hey guys, Ginger here. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm bringing you guys my April book haul, which is pretty massive and I thought it was small. So again, whoops on me. Let me see what amount of books I have here actually. Alright guys, I have 21 books to talk to you guys about today, and I guess let's just get into it because all of them are books that I'm super excited about and I thought I already told you guys about, so I can't wait much longer to tell you what they are. So the first book I'm going to mention is the ARC that I received this month, and that is Girls Like Us by Christina Alger. And this is a thriller novel, and I don't know much about it, but I kept it that way on purpose because that's how I like to dive into my thrillers. So I'm super excited to get to this, but it does not come out until, I believe, July. So this will be a book that I'm reading next month, hopefully, and I'm super excited to get to it. Moving on, the rest are books that I've bought, but as you guys already know, I bought all of these books for less than $3. Or I think $6 at the most. But I'm a bargain book shopper, and every time that I have a little bit of extra cash, if I see a book that I want, I will go ahead and get it for myself. And so these are the books that I have to show you that I have gotten in April with my own money. Alright, so I'm going to start with the small pile I have from Half Price Books. I went to Half Price Books at the beginning of April. I had a doctor's appointment in Pittsburgh, and we do not have a local Half Price book, so when I went 2 hours away, I decided to stop because that's the only time that I get to stop there. And I ended up getting 4 books there that I was super excited about, so I will talk about them first. Here they are. And one of these was actually half price, and then the other ones were discounted, so yay me. The first one I have here is Night Shift by Stephen King. This is one that I have been wanting for a while now, and when I saw it there, I decided to pick it up, even though it is a pretty dented copy. It was also cheap, and I don't mind my Kings being little mass market paperbacks, and so I picked this copy up, and it's pretty creepy looking. I think that's creepy, but it's also cool, so whatever. Friggin', I don't have enough room to put all these books because they're like all on the top of this bookshelf, and it's crazy, and putting these away is going to be fun. So the next book I have here is actually on my May TBR, so you might have already seen it, and that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas, which is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, and I really enjoyed Throne of Glass and I want to continue on with the series, so I picked up the second book when I was there because obviously it was cheap, and yeah, it was like $5. So I almost got the third book too, but I decided to keep my purchases under $15. So this was the most expensive of them. But I'm reading it this month and I couldn't be more excited to continue on with my journey. And the next 2 books actually go kind of hand in hand, and they were $2 a piece, so yay. And they are 2 Karen Slaughter books in hardcover. So the first one is The Good Daughter, and the second one is The Kept Woman. And I have not read a Karen Slaughter yet, but I'm super excited to, as a thriller lover. I also have her book Pretty Girls because Natasha over at My Reading Is Odd was like, this is messed up and you should read it. And I said, okay. So I really need to get to some of her books, but obviously I'm not getting to any this month because it's all booked. It's all booked with ones that Zach picked, but I'm super excited to finally get to some of her books because I have 3 of them now, so I probably should do that soon. Alright, and then the next pile I'm going to move on to is a mixture of Goodwill purchases and purchases from the used book area at the library where my college is, because I stopped there and got some books. So that is the next pile I'm going to talk about. There are 6 here. So I'm going to talk about the Goodwill finds first because I think it's always cool when I find really good finds at Goodwill because I can get them for literally 99 cents and they're books that I really want. So yay me. So the first one is actually a repurchase, and this is because this version is way nicer than my old version, and I really like this book, and that is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. Yes. And I love this cover, and this book is in really good condition, and my old one was a mass market paperback that was super dinged up. And so now I'm going to try to find the Girl Who Played with Fire in this version, because that is also a mass market paperback that looks like shit. So I'd like to get them all either in this type of edition or the hardcovers, and I have the rest of them in either or. So the last one is just that one. But yeah, I was super excited to get this for 99 cents. And I'm going to be donating the other copy to my library's used book sale that is going on in June, and I cannot wait for. The next book I found was Ashes in the Snow by Ruta Sepetys, which was formerly known as Between Shades of Grey. And when I saw this there, I was like, I need this, because that's a book that I've been wanting to read for so long, and finally found it. So I picked it up, and I'm not like a fan of this cover, but it was 99 cents, like I said, so I picked it up, and I'm super excited to eventually get to this, like all the rest of the books that I picked up. And I really also want to read Salt to the Sea, but one at a time, you know? Alright, and the last Goodwill find of this month was The Stranger in the House by Sherry Lapina. And this is a beautiful hardcover. So when it was there at the store, I picked it up because this is one that I've been wanting to get to since it came out. But again, you know, money and expensive new books. So when I saw this, as nice as it was at Goodwill, I picked it up because I'm super excited to get to it. And I'm super, like I said, I'm super excited for all these books, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Speaking of Sherry Lapina, moving on to the books that I got at the library, I also got her book, The Couple Next Door, because I read this last year on audiobook, and I super enjoyed it. And it's just a short little book, and again, it was $1, so I picked it up, and so now it's on my shelf. And I mean, I might decide to reread this and see what it's like actually in paperback, but I do know what happens, and so as a thriller, we'll see what happens. But now I do own the book because I did like it, so that is exciting. And then I have two more here from the library. One of these I've been wanting for a while, and the other one I saw at Witty Novels Reading, and because I saw and recognized the title, I picked it up. So we'll go with that one first, and that is Life After Life by Kate Atkinson. This is a freaking big book, and I didn't realize it, but I'm super excited at the same time because this premise really intrigues me. Like, coming back to life every time you die and like trying to live longer, that's cool. I do know she took a while to read this, but I am super excited to dive into it when I do, because again, the premise sounds interesting and I want to see how I feel about it myself. So that's why I picked it up. And then the last book from the library was All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I've wanted this for a while now, pretty much since I started watching BookTube, which was like 3 years ago. And so it was there for $1 and I decided to pick it up. And this is a historical fiction novel, and I'm normally not like the biggest fan of that, but I decided to pick it up and try it because I've wanted it for a while and it was only $1. So now I have it and I will be able to read it. Alright guys, I'm sure you saw this coming, but the last pile I have here is all from thrift books, and they're for my little purchases throughout the month. I don't think I've talked about some of these, and I know for sure I haven't talked about some of these, so if these are repeats, sorry, but it's kind of hard to keep track. And I did go back and watch last month's book haul, and I didn't see these in there, so I'm assuming I didn't talk about them. But I talked about them somewhere because I remember seeing them somewhere. I think I unboxed some of them in vlogs, and then I never posted the vlogs, and that's why I couldn't find them. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get into them. So the first couple I have here are fantasy novels, and these are ones that I ordered in March but didn't come till the beginning of April. So the first one I have here is The Dragon's Keeper by Robin Hobb, or just Dragon Keeper, I guess. And this is the start of the Rain Chronicle series by her. This was recommended to me by a friend because he is a fantasy reader, and whenever he told me that this one and the next one I'm going to talk to are his favorites, I decided to pick up the first books and give them a try for myself. This has nice deckled edges, the cover is freaking gorgeous, and this was in hardcover for like $3, and I'm super excited. But finding the rest of these on hardcover is probably going to be hard, so maybe I won't like it. I don't know. Except for the dragon on here, it's kind of creepy looking, but other than that, it's fine. Again, I'm running out of room. And like I said, the next one is also one of his favorites, and that is Daughter of the Blood by Anne Bishop, which is the start of the Black Jewels trilogy. I want to say 3 Jewels, but it's Black Jewels. I had not heard of this author I kind of did, but not really. And whenever he said this was really good, I decided I was going to buy it and pick it up because I'm a fantasy whore. And so I have so many fantasies I need to read. It's not even funny. But I'm getting a dent in them this month, hopefully, because I picked a lot of fantasies. So, and then I do know I talked about the third book in the series in the last book haul, but I did buy the first one. So yay for that. And that is His Majesty's Dragon, which is the first book in the series by Naomi Novik. And I accidentally bought the third one at that used bookstore in Clarion, and I didn't know, so I went ahead and got this book from Thrift Books. And dragons are all I need to be like, yeah, I want to read this book. So, and this actually is a super stunning mass paperback. I am talking way too fast. Mass market paperback. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. It's pretty. That's the gist. Alright, so now I'm just going to start picking and choosing because I don't have these in order of where I got them. So the next book I got here was a pretty good find on Thrift Books, and that is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. And I was really wanting this book, and so when I saw it was like $4, I picked it up because, yeah, like I said, I've been wanting it. And this cover is stunning. This copy is great. This is one of my better Thrift Books finds because it's not that dented. So I'm super excited that I got my hands on this one because I've heard great things about it. And then I also got another Stephen King book, and that is Firestarter. And this is on my TBR for this month as well. And this is just another Stephen King that I want to read. So that's why I have it, because I need all the Stephen Kings. I heard that Natasha, again from my reading squad, said that it has like a Stranger Things vibe, which would be like a New People comparison because this was written way before that. But I'm just super excited because I haven't read a King book in a while, and I get to read this one this month, and it just sounds good. So yeah. More's King on my shelves. And then the next two books came together, and they are both Christina Lauren books. And the reason I bought these was because Witty Novels went on a reading binge of the Beautiful Bastard series, and it just kind of was like, maybe I should try that. So yeah, I got Beautiful Bastard, and I actually picked this up for Romance Readathon, but I didn't get to it at the time. So I have it now, and I can pick it up whenever I want and get to that smutty fun stuff. And then the other one I actually read during Romance Readathon and loved it, gave it 5 out of 5 stars, bawled my eyes out, and that is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is a pretty shitty copy, but the cover is still beautiful, and that's all that matters. But I loved this book of hers. It made me cry. It was just so heartwarming and wonderful, so I had to pick it up for my shelves because I wanted my own copy. Alright guys, 3 books left. I hope you guys like these book hauls because they're fun to film because I just sound like a bubbling idiot. But alright, and this is the most recent one that came. This came like 2 days ago, which is 3 days ago because it was on Monday. And these are all super exciting. Actually, the first one on this file is the most exciting, and that is Winter by Marissa Meyer. If you guys have been keeping up with my wrap-ups and whatnot, friggin' love the Lunar Chronicles, and this was the last book that I needed in the series. And this book does not look 800 pages, but it is 800 pages. So, but I know I'm gonna fly through it when I get to it because I love the series so much, and I can't wait to finish it because I've read the other 3 this year. So I'm hoping to get to this at the end of this month after I finish all of my, almost knocked that pile over, after I finish all of my TBR books. I'm hoping to get to this, but we'll see because I've got 9 books on my TBR, and I've only read 1 so far. Whoops. The next book I have here is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and I got this book because I am totally excited for The Priory of the Orange Tree by her, and I've never read a Samantha Shannon book, and I know that this is a prominent series, and it sounds interesting, so I picked it up. And again, this book is pretty out of shape, but when I got these out of the mail, they had like bent them into my mailbox, and I was so pissed because like these are precious books, people. You can't just bend them in there. But besides it being out of whack, the inside looks nice, and I'm super excited to get to this eventually because I want to see if I like Samantha Shannon's writing. And the last book that I have here is Traitor to the Throne by Alan Hamilton, which is the second book in the Rebel of the Sands series. This is so much bigger than Rebel of the Sands. Like, Oh my god, I keep knocking this over. I'm going to show you in comparison. This is Rebel of the Sands. This is Traitor to the Throne. So much bigger. I was super surprised. But I hope that means there's a lot of extra content in here because I'm super excited to continue on with this series, which is why I bought the second book, because I read the first one last month for the Owls Readathon. And so I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And so that was enough for me to be like, I want the second book. So I have it now. And that's super exciting. So I kind of want to try to pick up one of these piles, but it's probably going to fall. So we're just going to start stacking for a thumbnail, and we're not going to get all these books in here because I know myself and it's not going to happen. But did you guys know that thumbnails are super hard? Or is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, so these are books. These are books that I got in April. So let me know in the comments below what you guys got in April, if you got any of these books too, or if you have any that you're super excited for that are similar to mine, or if you read any of these and I should put them to the top of my TBR pile. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to see more of my content in the future, especially more book hauls if that's what you're here for. And until then, I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye!